If you're a writer, I'm going to share with you 3 fantasy books that have absolutely helped me improve my writing craft. My name's Alex. I write young adult and new adult fantasy and sci-fi, and I'm currently on submission with 2 books that are out to editors at Big 5 houses. Okay, so the first book that I think is just like a masterclass in world building is this one. It's called An Enchantment of Ravens by Margaret Rogerson. I haven't read any other books by her yet, even though I've heard great things about them. But the thing I loved about An Enchantment of Ravens was that it never fell into the trap of info dumping. I know that info dumping is something that a lot of authors struggle with. I'm one of them. And An Enchantment of Ravens, it was just brilliant. I was reading it and I understood what was happening, and the things that I didn't understand, I was okay with waiting on until the author was willing and ready to share that information with me as a reader. Part of what I thought was so cool about it too is that I didn't learn more about the world until the absolute moment I had to, or I would be confused. Okay, the second book I want to talk about is this one. It's called Furyborn, and it's by Claire Legrand. It's part of a completed trilogy, so if you start it, you don't have to worry about cliffhanger. Part of what I think Furyborn did so brilliantly was it played with the idea of 2 different timelines set 1,000 years apart, which was awesome. So the world building was really different between the 2 societies, especially considering the time between them. And the characters themselves were really different too. But what I really loved the most about it is that Claire Legrand, the author, was never afraid to take the stakes up a level. I know sometimes it can feel like your writing might be getting boring. And for me, I know that's always a sign that I need to heighten the stakes for my characters and make things a bigger deal for them. If you have trouble with that too, I definitely suggest reading Furyborn and seeing if reading it gives you any inspiration. Okay, last but not least is this book, The Shadows Between Us by Tricia Levenseller. I think from what I've heard, it went pretty popular on Book Talk and Bookstagram a few years back, but I think it's brilliant, and let me tell you why. The author of this book does something incredible, and that's pulling readers in, literally digging her claws into them, and with just the first 2 lines. So I'm gonna read them to you because they're that good. Okay, the first lines are, "They never found the body of the first and only boy who broke my heart, and they never will." Part of what makes this book so good is that the characters are so intriguing. I definitely found myself reading it and wishing that I could be besties with the main character, who was even villain coded, which was pretty cool because a lot of the time, readers often tend to lean towards the good characters. These are 3 books I recommend. If you have any others you recommend that are non-craft books that have helped you improve your craft, please drop them in the comments because I want to read them.